Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to talk about some NBA news. Sorry for like I just woke up. I took a nap. So I'm here to record some NBA news. We'll have a lot to discuss here, most likely, so let's get right into it. So the first thing we'll talk about here is, again, about Dame Lillard. Heard Chris B. Haynes here. Quote, Dame has made it clear that he wants to compete for a championship, and he wants to continue, and he wants a roster that can get him here, period. He wants that now, and he does not want to wait. He does not want to go to a rebuild. No shit. He doesn't want to continue to play with the younger guys, to help them get more potential, help them grow as a player, and get to that point he wants to win. End quote. Period. End quote. Chris B. Haynes. Dame legit he says everything but trade me. He just says this and never asks for a trade. I swear, I see the same tweet every day in the NBA news that I keep reading every day. But if you want to compete for a championship, the Portland Trailblazers ain't it. That's the last time I'll say it. Like, if you want to compete for a championship, you'll have to leave and go somewhere. I get you want to stay loyal and win one there, but it's not going to happen. Nobody wants to play for Portland. If he continues to stay there in Portland, he just doesn't want to win. I think it's time to just accept that winning into something he values isn't going to happen. Let's stop pretending Portland will be a contender during his playing career. But go to the Heat. Now, like a lot of people have been saying, Mr. Lillard, because you can have a chance at a championship. It's like, bro, just ask for a trade. And I think it's better off for Portland as well to get some good yet young, talented players for a young core. Because I don't think they're going to win with Lillard anyways. But yeah. So per Draft Express here, the Pacers, they could show interest in these three players here. Tobias Harris, Dorian Finney-Smith, or DeAndre Hunter. I think a lot of teams are going to want Tobias Harris, because he will be on an expiring $40 million contracts, and he's got one of the best contracts currently for teams looking for cap space for next summer. So that contract's an expiring contract. A lot of people are thinking, oh, teams won't trade for him because of his contract, but it's an expiring one. But I feel like DeAndre Hunter would fit that team nice. Because you would have Halliburton, Mathurin, Miles Turner, you could have DeAndre Hunter for 3-and-D wing, but Dorian Finney-Smith I could definitely see though, because he could definitely go there due to his connection with Rick Carlisle, because Rick Carlisle coached the Mavericks, I believe, a few years ago, and Dorian Finney-Smith was on that team. But I would think about either Tobias or Dorian Finney, because he's really good and a good veteran to have in that locker room and doesn't demand the ball. Nick Wright said this on the Herd. He said Michael Jordan's tenure as the Hornets owner should affect his GOAT status. Quote, his ownership tenure of the Hornets was identical to his playing tenure when Scottie Pippen wasn't his teammate, period. End quote. Nick Wright. Nick Wright has to have the worst takes ever. When we talk about Michael Jordan as the GOAT, we talk about his playing career. We don't talk about his owner's career. Like, is he stupid? He's starting to become like Kendrick Perkins. I mean, come on. I don't see how this how people agree with this, unless you're a LeBron James fan. But this dude is probably the worst analyst, if you can call him that, there is. Like, this dude is just cooked. As a player, MJ will remain one of the all-time NBA greats, and his ownership of the Hornets will not affect his legacy. So, Jesus, he's an idiot. Shake Milton is unlikely to return to the Sixers and is expected to seek a bigger role elsewhere, per Kyle Neubeck. And quote, Milton It's the least likely of those players to return next season, sources say, as the veteran guard looks for a potential opportunity for more minutes. And he said this could change if Harden were to walk in free agency. I mean, I completely respect this for Shake Milton. It's been an up and down career feeling in terms of opportunity. I think this could be the best. I think it's best for him to have a change of scenery. And I feel like he could average some good numbers. Not 27 and 5 like somebody said, but he's a good player. So I think it makes sense. He's not just a bench player talking like a starter. He puts up a solid 15 to 20 points per game and has potential as a playmaker. So I think he just wants to get a good opportunity. But this could change if Harden walks in free agency. He could stay there, but if Harden stays, he's going to leave. Pat Riley, via 5 Reasons Sports. He says it won't be easy finding Jimmy Butler help. Oh, really there, Mr. Pat Riley. And quote, I would like to try to get him more support, ... But right now, it's on his shoulders, and that happens with a lot of great players. I'd like to pick the perfect compliment to him, but it's not that easy, period, end quote. You don't even try getting help every offseason. You're linked to players, but they never do anything. I mean, you acknowledge that, but you gotta try something. Like, I'm sure somebody would want to come to Miami, but Jesus, dude. Pat Riley says Tyler Hero is an anchor of the Heat's franchise and wants to build around him, Butler, and Bam. So they basically want to have a big three here of Hero, Butler, and Adebayo. From another thing Pat Riley said. Tyler Hero is an anchor. Yeah, I don't think so. If you're building around that, you're probably not going to win a ring. But I'm not going to say they wouldn't, but I just don't know if they would. Report. So, before Bradley Beal got traded, the Toronto Raptors actually made calls on Bradley Beal. The response is probably like, nah, shut up, bitch, and slams the phone down. Their offer is probably like Malachi Flynn and like 3 second-round picks, probably. That was probably their offer. He wanted to be his son, though. Bradley Beal wouldn't accept a trade anywhere else. Phoenix reached out to Dallas about a potential signing trade for Kyrie Irving earlier in the offseason, per Ian Begley. Dallas presumably wasn't interested in what the Suns offered at the time. If the Mavs were blown away by the offer, logic says that Irving would be a Sun today, period, end quote. But imagine this team. Kyrie, Beal, Booker, KD, possibly DeAndre Ayton if he stayed there. I really doubt he would. Ayton would probably be in the Kyrie deal. But how would you be able to keep all them with the new CBA? How would you be able to keep all these players with the luxury tax? There's no way this is going to happen. KD's not trying to recruit everyone. Utah has made Colin Sexton available in trade talks, per Jake L. Fisher. I feel like he's mad underrated. People don't talk about him a lot. And he had such a sneaky, decent season. I think he can be a good player in the league if he goes to a team that lets him develop. And I feel like he had a sneaky good season with the Jazz. I feel like it's a great pickup wherever he goes. Per your report, here, Portland Trailblazers could target Paul George with the number 3 pick. People say, oh, why would the Clippers do that? But I would rather have trade up and get a good young guard, Scoot Henderson, over Paul George, who's injury prone, gets hurt every year. and it could help Paul, and they could help the Blazers as well, getting a good guard, shooting guard next to Dame Dolla. But I feel like the Trailblazers just trying to target every player they can with this number 3 pick. I've heard like Porzingis, Paul George, a lot of players. Jakob Poeltl prefers not to be in a real rebuilding situation next season, per Draft Express. Well, who are you to say they might not? Who are you to say they won't be in a rebuilding stage? Who does he think he is? I mean, he's a really good player. Jakob Poeltl's underrated, but what? He's not just a bench player talking to a starter, because he's a really good, talented, underrated center. But if you prefer not to be in a rebuilding situation, why'd you want to go there anyways? I mean, come on. Damian Lillard, he likes the idea of Zion Williamson joining the Portland Trailblazers. Oh boy, remember that Portland has the most strip clubs in the country. But that would be a good move if Zion could stay healthy, because that lob duo of Lillard and Williams would be really good, but I don't know if it's worth it with the risk. I mean, if he stayed healthy, yes, but if he didn't, it would be a bust of a trade. The Blazers were prepared to make a significant offer to the Miami Heat for Bam Adebayo, per J.K. Fisher. I think the Heat would say no. And Dame and Bam are homies, so I doubt this happens. And the Heat would block their number. So if I was the Heat, I wouldn't do this. The Clippers and Wizards touched base yesterday on a potential Chris Paul trade, per Windhorst ESPN. This reunion with the Clippers, I feel like it's about to happen. Man, the Clippers medical team about to be busy next year. Got Kawhi, CP3, Paul George. Whew, that medical team better get ready. Obi Toppin is a name to watch on the trade market, per S. Bondi NYDN. Quote, a source said Toppin was frustrated at times with his role, although he refrained from complaining to the media, end quote. Respect that he didn't complain and turn this into a huge deal, and I feel like he deserves to get a shot to play somewhere with consistent playing time. And at least it's a W for him not complaining and just answering when his number was called by by Thibodeau. And he definitely was balling when they put him in, let him play, come off the bench, provide instant energy and offense. The Blazers intend to hold on to the number 3 pick and select Brandon Miller or Scoot Henderson unless they receive an incredible deal, per Draft Express. Their goal is to remain competitive with Lillard and build for the future with Simon, Shaedon Sharpe, and the number 3 pick. Is this the right move for Portland and Dame? If they do all those things, I mean, you're feeling around Dame for the future, but he only has, he's not going to be there for the future. So I feel like you should just trade him and build your young core. Can't do both, so just rebuild. You're not winning a title, so what's the point? It's just the sad truth. An NBA exec says no one wants Otto Porter Jr. Quote, he's always a layup away from being out 6 to 8 weeks. Damn, they really call him a piece of glass. Warriors legend here. That's such a mean quote. That's so disrespectful. Send him back to the Warriors. So ESPN's Bobby Marks criticizes Lillard for being reluctant to leave. Quote, I don't want to hear it anymore on these shows. Either the roster is good enough and you're content, or go in there and ask to be traded. Like a lot of players have done. Jimmy did it and worked out better for him with Lillard. If it's not now, when is it? And question mark, end quote. The offseason just began. The draft is Thursday and free agency is 10 days away. The roster for next season is still work in progress. So we don't know if he's going to get traded. He's not leaving that team, bro. You just gotta accept that. Former NBA executive believes the Washington Wizards won the Bradley Beal trade. I don't know how they won that trade. I don't know how the former GM said that. How do these guys get paid? There's no way they won that trade. Stop. Sacramento Kings were unwilling to trade Keegan Murray for Bradley Beal. Good. The rookie leader and 3-pointers made. That's smart. Nobody wants that contract of hell on their team. Draymond and LeBron hanging out last weekend, so yeah, LeBron's gonna go there. One more quick thing I'll talk about, and I'll make a second video with a little bit more news, which will be a short video. The Mavericks, Pacers, and Magic have shown interest in Grant Williams, which I mentioned yesterday, but I want to get into it again. And Portland may encounter problems if they hold on to number 3 pick, since Lillard reportedly opposes the youth movement. Yeah, I'm getting tired of all these Dame rumors, but whatever. So until next time, Apple Light, and I have a second NBA video later today.